August 4th. Just spread some urea over this plot. Gonna get ready to put some real world wildlife seeds, some fall plot topper on right now. We're up above the swamp, I call it, on my farm. This is one of my better plots up here. It's pinched in between two ridge lines. There's lots of bedding up here and major travel corridors come fall. Just a real secluded little plot up here, so it's good for all day movement, and we get the right food up here. It should be good come fall.
Today's December 12, 2015. We're out here doing some doe management with the muzzleloader tonight, but while we're waiting on the deer, I want to take you guys back and tell you a little bit about my dad's hunt this year, opening day, first season shotgun here in Illinois. He was able to close the book on the deer that I called Chaz. The story of this deer starts back in 2013 when I had a nice 3-year-old 10 show up. We weren't going to shoot him that year, but we had some good encounters with him. We weren't able to get him on film. Well, then fast forward to the summer of 2014, and this 4-year-old, now a 4-year-old, that 10 had showed up, and he was all over the south side of my farm. And had pictures of him all summer, disappeared in October. Then on November 3rd, the morning of November 3rd, had a great encounter with him. Now during the 2015 season, I was really excited because I knew Chaz made it through the gun seasons, but I only had one trail camera picture of him from the summer. So I was kind of bummed about that and just had the feeling that he wasn't living on the farm that year as a 5-year-old. Finally, on the morning of November 2nd, we're up above the swamp where we've had encounters with him for the last 3 years now. Sure enough, first buck we see that morning was Chaz. He steps out at 20 yards. Well, that's the buck that I call Chaz. He's a big 5.5-year-old 10, probably 160s. Last year on November 3rd, the day before today, today's the 2nd, we had an encounter with that deer right there in that same spot. And it was right at first light. We got footage of it, but I decided not to shoot because it was still early. Same thing, he was cruising by himself. Same thing, he just is not an aggressive deer when it comes to calling. You know, some deer, that's just their nature, and he's just one of those deer that he's just not receptive to calling, but kind of crazy. That's the second deer we've seen today, and he just popped up right here, 40 yards, and it looked like he was going to take a path right here by the tree at 20 yards for a great shot, broadside shot for me, but didn't work out. He ended up going actually downwind, never winded us, blew out his scraping, and just kept cruising to the east, so we could see him again, but that was crazy. I'm shaking like crazy now. It's November 20th, about 6:30 in the morning. It's opening day, opening morning of the big famous Illinois shotgun season, first shotgun, when everybody comes out. We've already heard about probably a dozen shots, which is pretty normal. So that's always exciting. Not hunting this morning behind the camera. I don't really get into the shotgun anymore. I'm more focused on bow hunting, but this is where it all started for me, and I'm proud of that. This is shotgun hunting's where it all began. Just tagging along with my dad before I could even hunt, so I like to get out here on opening day every year and still sit with my dad. Just tradition, that's where it started, so we're gonna sit here and there's some nice deer on the farm still. We're up here above the swamp and gonna try and get on Chaz this morning, so real nice cool morning. Huge front coming in tonight. Tonight will probably be one of the best sets of the year. it'd been a real slow morning up to this point. We'd only seen a few does kind of working by at the end of the plot, but sure enough, about 9 o'clock, we look to our left, and a doe works by us on the ridge at about 60 yards, and right behind her is the buck we were after, Chaz, and a real fast encounter, but it's obviously one that I'll never forget.
There he is.
Shoot him. You got him. Dad, that's Chaz. Come here. He's down. He's down.
He's looking up. He's kicking.
He's down. Look at me.
You couldn't have got that out.
I got that on film.
No way.
I swear.
Now see, Kane, you sure he was a shooter?
That's Chaz. That's that Big Ten, Dad.
Is it?
I'm positive.
He was chasing that poor doe.
Dad, you just shot my biggest deer on the farm, man. That's a great deer. Oh, man. That is so awesome. Well, hey, real quick, check in with you guys. My dad just shot Chaz. I've been after that deer for 2 years. I've known him for 3 years. Every encounter I've ever had with that deer is right here in this stand. He just came out of nowhere. We haven't really seen any deer this morning. And Chaz just pops up right here. Happened real quick. It's probably like a 20-second encounter, so we don't have a ton of footage, but holy cow, what a nice deer. I'm so glad that my dad, I'm just as happy that he shot him and I was here to be with him as if I killed him myself. So we can see him. He's dead right here. We're going to walk over there and check him out. Oh, you smoked him, man. That's Chaz. You smell him? He's all rutted up. Wow. That's a nice deer, Dad.
It is a beautiful deer.
Hold,
Not a mark on him.
hold his head up. Wow. Chaz. Big mature deer.
Yep.
You say anything?
Just turned out good. He came in quick. You had much chance to even. Kane knew exactly who the deer it was. I wasn't for sure.
Just got back up to the truck, and my dad's waiting up top. He's getting his knee replaced here in like a month, so he's just not getting around the best, but just wanted to do a quick interview because he's not big with the camera talking in front of it, but man, I don't know that he'll know like how much that means to me, being a part of that hunt. Talked about it a little bit before the hunt and the interview, but just to be a part of that with him, that's probably the best deer he's shot in a long time, and he, he only hunts shotgun really anymore, so it's special for me to be a part of it because that's where it started for him. So I couldn't be any happier. I'm probably more happy for him than I would be if I would have shot that deer myself. So I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today if it wasn't for that man, and to be a part of that kill and to share it on film is it's unbelievable. It's something that nobody will ever be able to take away from me. So gonna get go get the gator, and we're gonna get the deer out and start taking some pictures. So I'm really excited. Well, we just got Chaz drug out. We got him tagged and got him up here by the real world plot now. Couldn't be happier with how the story ended on this deer. To be behind the camera and to watch my dad harvest him probably makes me happier than if I would have been the one that harvested this deer after the last few years of hunting him. But I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today if it wasn't for him, and he easily puts in probably more work than I do on this farm, just with the little things, not just all the hunting work. So I couldn't, like I said, just couldn't be more happy for him to get a deer like this, a nice 5.5-year-old mature deer, and to be able to capture it on film, something that nobody can take from us forever. Is just, that means the world to me. So really, really special day just to be able to watch this hunt go down with the guy that taught me how to hunt, and it was with a gun years ago. So real special day here, opening day, Illinois this year. Stick your head, no, bring him this way, so don't lean like that. Take him this way a little bit. Right there.
With the numerous food plot seed products available, how do you know which one to plant? Is there really much difference from one to another? Real World Wildlife Seed is striving to set themselves apart from all the other food plot seed companies by having the very best seed blends possible. Real World never uses cheap filler seed or other tricks used by some seed companies. Real World Wildlife Seed wants to educate food plotters and is offering this food plot DVD for just $1. To learn more, go to realworldwildlifeseed.com. See for yourself, there really is a difference. Dare to compare.